Say, man, it's the Hood CNN with your favorite Hood reporter, the Prime Minister of Hood Education, Dr. Monroe. Because I got a PhD in common sense, and I'm a five-star general. I want to say top of the afternoon to you, top of the evening to you. What I need from you guys tonight is I want to make this video go viral. I want you to share this video with everybody that you can share this video with. Because I'm going to show you something tonight that shows how dirty and conniving some people can be. If you don't know it by now, you've been sleeping under a rock, that the Houston Independent School District has removed Principal Tiffany Guillory from Jackie A. Senior High School. Unjustly. Now, if you the people that's been, making phone calls on behalf of her, I want you to clearly understand something. What I'm about to say and what I'm about to show you is 100% the truth. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can do this. Hold on a second. Let me share it. Let me see if I can share this to a group. Okay. All right. 100% the truth. And I'm going to show you how dirty egotistical Negroes can be. Tiffany Guillory has been at Yates since 2018. She got the job after Ken Davis, the principal at the time, was promoted. Dr. Grenita Lathan put her over Jackie A. Senior High School. And ever since she put her over Jackie A. Senior High School, the district has provided no support to help this lady. Now, I want you to understand, you can't take a donkey to the Kentucky Derby. I don't give a damn how you train that donkey, but a donkey's going to be a donkey. You can't take a donkey to the Kentucky Derby. So you can't expect for Yates to do what you're asking them to do academically because you're not providing the support that principal needs. But this is not about support. Nah, this ain't about no support. This ain't about giving them the help that they need or helping children, and children are our focus. I had to think long and hard about this. It is time for the Board of Trustees of the Houston Independent School District to buy out the contract for Superintendent House, the third or the second or the fifth or whatever the hell his name is. It's time for them to buy him out. Because when you get so low to where you jump in bed with TEA, it's a special kind of demon that I need to be able to bring with you. For many, many years, I ran with a unique clique when it came to advocacy. I ran with a group of PhDs and some hood cats and some grassroots supporters known as the United Urban Alumni Association, the UUAA. You know I say we the new NWA. And we all got attitudes. Well, guess what, Miller? Welcome to our world. Because the urban is back in the building. Every last one of them strapped up, ready to go. And you know the crazy part? You'll never figure out who they are. I'm the cameraman. But the one thing that we're great at doing is making sure that the schools in our feeder patterns are straight. After 5 years, the urban will meet again this week. And we not coming to play. You took our principal out of Yates, and now you're running around and you're leaking stuff from the district to make this lady look bad. Say, man, ain't nobody said nothing on Facebook like talking about homie. Y'all done gave a picture to the news media. You got it plastered all over the news. You got people thinking that she done stole money. You got people thinking that she done put her hands on special ed children. But you came for the wrong one because you slipped. You slipped, big dog. So me and my partners, guess who's back? The urban is back. Go and tell Rick Cruz, get your legal department together. Get your soldiers lined up. But you ain't equipped to handle what the urban's gonna bring to you, big boy. You a country boy, nickel. And now you out of line. And it's time for the urban to spank you. Oh, by the way, we talk like G's and we walk like them too. It's time for us to spank you, big homie. But I want to talk to y'all because something strange is going on. I want to read you something. The superintendent of the Houston Independent School District is in bed with the Texas Education Agency. Can you prove it? You fucking right, we can prove it. And you know what's so sad? I got this earlier and I didn't even think to read it. I get so much stuff that I didn't think to read it. So what we're going to do, we're going to read this together. This came out today. I don't want TEA pissed at me. Houston ISD superintendent says in meeting about T.H. Rogers students with profound disabilities. After a contentious town hall and a series of negative news stories, House, Hopman, and other district administrators held a non-public meeting with a handful of special ed parents on December 6th. The superintendent of the largest school district in Texas and the state's education regulatory agency spent the past 2 weeks pointing fingers at each other after a controversial plan to relocate students with profound disabilities from a specialized school was put on hold. That changed on Friday when Houston Independent School District Superintendent Millard House II told Houston Public Media the district is going to own it at this point. I'll just say that. We'll own it. We'll address the issue. The plan was announced in November when kids in the Preparing Students for Independence program at T.H. Rogers were sent home with a letter in their backpacks. We are excited to share a new opportunity for your students. Executive Director of Special Ed Services, Cindy Hopman, wrote, the Preparing Students for Independence PSI classrooms are locating from T.H. Rogers to neighborhood campuses throughout the Houston Independent School District. Parents did not share Hopman's excitement. Julie Beeson is a parent of a 15-year-old T.H. Rogers student, Bo Auburn, who has cerebral palsy and occasional seizures. Our children are outliers. They are profoundly disabled students, she said. They belong together in a community, as do their parents. And what is happening to us is unconscionable. After a contentious town hall and a series of negative stories, House and Hoffman and other district administrators held a non-public meeting with a handful of special ed parents on December 6th. Houston Public Media obtained audio of that meeting recorded by a parent. He's so dumb, he didn't even know that he was being recorded. Let me tell you what the superintendent of the Houston Independent School District said. It was just executing the orders that we were being told. And I hate to throw anybody under the bus, House told the parents. I couldn't say that publicly on the news because I didn't want TEA pissed at me. We are a district that has been under conservatorship, and I don't want any problems with TEA. I want to stop right there. Motherfucker, you supposed to be the man to handle the problems. So what you gonna do? You gonna serve our special ed kids up? You gonna carve them up, huh? Just like you took special ed kids at the beginning of the year and put them in DAEP with regular kids. Say, man, the man said he didn't want the Texas Education Agency mad at him. The district announced a temporary pause on the relocation plan later that week in a letter signed by HISD Chief Academic Officer Sean Bird. Take that bastard with you when you leave town, too. I said what I said. Parents' feedback is critical to this process, and the district will continue to explore all possible options in collaboration with the Texas Education Agency, he wrote. Additional communication will be forthcoming by the end of January 2023. While discussing the pause at the Houston Independent School District Board on December 8th, House again implied that the district was not the driving force behind the plan to relocate PSI students, which are special ed students. This is a situation that no one wanted. We want to make sure this is right. So we're going to be taking a complete pause and engaging with our community at the PSI program, making sure that anything that happens going forward, they are all engaged in the process. The Texas Education Agency said in a written statement, any decisions concerning which students are served at T.H. Rogers campus rest with the individual students' art committees and Houston Independent School District and is not driven by the agency. Asked about the tension between TEA's written statement and his comments, the Parents' House said, I'm not looking to get into back and forth in reference to who said. What's important is that we have parents and students in front of us that have a need. We also praise the T.H. Rogers PSI program. I think there's a lot that's been done right, quite frankly. I think that's why we have the passionate parents that we have. We have the happy kiddos that we have as well. When asked if you like the program the way it is, if parents like the program the way it is, and if TEA and HISD disagree that HISD owns this decision, is there any outcome other than the program staying at T.H. Rogers that you can foresee? House said, I don't want to overspeak. He responded, I think we have to legally make sure that everything is done in accordance with the law. So we'll let those legal representatives, as well as those special education representatives, in accordance with our teammates at TEA, ensure that everything is being done within the parameters of the way it's supposed to be done. But my goal is to take the pause and have as least amount of change for students moving forward. This guy who these people have brought into our school district has gotten in bed with the Texas Education Agency, which I told y'all a year ago that he was in bed with them people. And they throw him under the bus and basically call him a lie. This has been going on too long, Mr. House. I'm calling for your resignation. I'm calling for it. I'm calling for it, bro. You went got your dumb ass in bed with the enemy. And you know what? Somebody told me something profound the other night. You never correct your enemy when they're making mistakes. You are my enemy. And I don't want you to correct your mistakes because I'm going to drag your stinking self-out ass. Yeah, bro. You came for my principal, man. And now you out there dragging this lady's name through the mud. For what reason? Parents think that Guillory has had tons of money and wasn't spending the money on the kids at Yates. No, bitch ass motherfucker. Y'all ain't sent no money over there. Tell them what happened to Worthing today. Travis McGee, you listening? You listening? I want to know if people know what happened to Evan E. Worthing today. See, they create this facade like they're taking care of black children. Worthing has an FFA program, a new FFA program. Why don't you tell, hold on a second. Peggy, I'm doing a video. I'm going to call you right back. Tell them what you did to Worthing today. Tell them what your school district did to Worthing. Brand new FFA program funded. How much money did y'all take from Worthing today? The Houston Independent School District took $80,000 from Evan E. Worthing today. You crippled the new FFA program. See, that's what y'all do to us. You give us these old bullshit paper programs. You give us the funding for these bullshit paper programs. And then you take the money back. I'm not begging you for a motherfucking thing for Yates. Say, little dude, man, I'm calling for your resignation, dude. You in bed with the Texas Education Agency. You have attacked my principal more than one time. You have attacked her more than one time. So tonight, let's see how he attacked my principal. So for all those people out there that doubt this, oh, she did this wrong, she did that wrong. Y'all don't understand the game, so I'm going to give it to you tonight. He in bed with TEA. His deputy superintendent is in bed with TEA. And guess what they doing? They serving up schools. So when TEA, if they can come out this lawsuit and they can win it against HISD, then they get to take over our school district. This is the reason that you did not make Yates a RISE campus. This is the reason that you did not make Kashmir a RISE campus. See, what you got to do to them, first thing you got to do is you got to make them unstable. You got to get them going in and out of IR, in and out of IR. And if you can get you 2 good years in a row out of IR, TA can bust our ass. But in order to do that, You got to fuck with their principles. So is it true, Mr. House, that you and your motherfucking goons, your white collar goons, came for my principal on September 30th, 2022? Let's find out if I'm telling the truth. Let's see, is this it? I think this is it. This is a memorandum that I got my hands on, and I want y'all to hear me. Hold on a second. Let me find this. It's addressed to Tiffany Guillory at Yates High School. The date is September 30th, 2022. It's from Giovanni Ponce, Assistant Superintendent of High School. The subject is reassignment. Hold on. What's today's date? December 19th. So you did come from my principal on September 30th, 2022. But I'm going to show y'all how this fucked up. And now I'm finna bust your ass on it, boy. I am writing to inform you that the district has determined that it is critical that a principal be appointed at Yates High School to ensure no disruption to the student learning, to maintain stability, and maximize the opportunity for student achievement. As you know, Yates is a challenging campus, and we need to be sure there's an instructional leader in place. We understand that you have personal needs that necessitate you be placed on family medical leave, and the district wishes you a speedy recovery. Upon your return from family medical leave, you will be reassigned to an appropriate position within the district. At this time, your salary of $145 will remain the same. Please keep me informed if your projected return date changes. If you have any questions regarding your reassignment, your responsibilities, or the district's expectations, please contact your school support officer, April Williams. So you did come from my principal on September 30th. But you know something strange about this? You're in violation of federal law, dumbass dude. Go in there and talk to Katasha Woods, whoever your general counsel is, because it ain't Elnita Hutchins Taylor no more. I want you to go in and I want them to tell you that you violated federal law as it pertains to the Family Medical Leave Act, FMLA. Let's go back in here and I'm going to show you where you violated it, you dumb bitch. We understand that you have personal needs that necessitate you be placed on family medical leave, and the district wishes you a speedy recovery. Upon your return from family medical leave, you will be reassigned to an appropriate position within the district. So how did you violate federal law? Do you clearly understand, Mr. Superintendent, with your ignorant ass, that you cannot contact an employee that is out on FMLA? You threatened her job while she was on FMLA. You contacted her. This is the reason that she had to come back so soon, and she wasn't well when she came back. You motherfuckers gonna back up off my principal, man. You violated federal law. And I'm gonna tag your ass, boy. You violated federal law, dude. Do you understand what you did? You came for her. So now let's get down to business. Let's get down to this right now. Some folks want me to apply maximum pressure, and that's what I come to do. You came for her on September 30th. And last Friday, Millard, You swole up and flexed your muscles. Let me tell you something, boy, country boy. Welcome to the city. And you ain't never played with the likes of Gary Monroe. You, Sharon Bird, Giovanni Ponce, fuck your whole clique. That's how I feel about you. See, because what you decided to do was destroy the career of a lifelong HISD employee for no apparent reason but your own self-gain. You know what your gain is? That if you serve Yates and Cashmere up to TEA, they'll remove the board. They have to by law. But you think that the superintendents, you think that the TEA commissioner is going to leave you as superintendent. So which one of y'all he gonna leave? Because both of y'all in bed with him. You and Rick Cruz. You and Rick sucking the superintendent's ass. Both of y'all in bed with TEA. And you were willing to serve up special ed students because TEA told you. Let's get something straight, big homie. TEA don't run the Houston Independent School District. You do, with your trifling ass. But you were going to serve up the special ed students to accommodate TEA? And then you go after Guillory because you got to make Yates unstable. And now you cooking up shit, trying to act like she did something to a special ed kid. Now, it's something going on in special ed at Yates, but it ain't got shit to do with no kids. It ain't got nothing to do with no kids, big homie. Tell the truth what it's about. Your special ed chair, Kim at Yates, who's sleeping with this community and schools young lady, Brittany Navajo, have been coming to school fighting in the car, fighting on the campus, taking multiple smoke breaks all day long. I really think they both need to be drug tested at this point. Because if I say it, I know it. So they ended up in a meeting. You know, people talk. And I ain't getting none of this from the principal. I ain't got to. The fucking kids seen it, you ignorant. Yeah. So they end up in a meeting. And Dean Butler tell these two women who have been fighting on the Yates campus, they're lovers on the campus. One's a district employee, one is not. Kim, the special ed chair, who's walking around the school so devastated now that our principal has been removed. And Mr. Butler told him, this can't happen on this campus. It can't happen. It cannot happen. Either one of y'all got to go or both of y'all got to go. Tell these people the truth about special ed. Guillory ain't put her hands on one special ed child at all. And you're not going to sit here and drag that woman's name or her reputation through the mud to cover your ass. Yeah. So tell them what happened after Mr. Butler checked them in the meeting. You know what happened? Kim's upset. She fires off an email to the district with a bunch of bogus bullshit on it. And that's the same email that y'all using to come get Guillory. But hold on. Butler jammed them up. Guillory was collateral damage. She just got hit with the strays. She didn't do anything to those people. It was addressed in a meeting. So now you're sitting here and you lying. You done put this woman picture all over the news and you trying to embarrass Yates. But you son of a bitch, it's you versus me now. You didn't know she had a daughter, did you? How does her child feel about what you're doing to her mom? So I'm going to tell you what the baddest motherfuckers on the planet don't say. Let's go over here. I want to make sure that you got this, big homie. I want to make sure that you hear me when I say this. I want to make sure that you hear me. The UUAA is back. So, Millard, my kids at Yates are uncomfortable. Teachers are uncomfortable. Parents don't know what to do. I guess they from the wrong side of town and they ain't from the T.H. Rogers side of town where you will have a private meeting with them. You got 48 hours to get your stinking ass down the Yates and address those children. And if you choose not to, we don't give a fuck. Because it will not be no peace ever again. And I will not stop until you get your motherfucking ass on the first thing smoking. You, your wife, and your kid get the fuck up out of Houston, bro. You know why? Because you've disrespected our kids. You've disrespected our special needs kids. And you are an agent for TEA. I hope you looking at this picture, bro. Because people like Sonia Turner will tell you the urban don't play no goddamn games. And we back in the building. So guess what? We bringing the protest to your house, big homie. Oh, you live over there on McGregor. We know where you live. We bringing the protest to your job, big homie. We bringing the protest to your church, big homie. We bringing it to your kid's school, big homie. Since you think you the baddest motherfucker on the planet, you walking around flexing your muscles, and you coming to our school and disrespect us, and then you lie on our principal, you dirty son of a bitch. I'm gonna fuck up your name with your HOA. Yeah, I'm gonna protest right in front of your motherfucking eyes at 3 in the morning. I'm gonna wake up all your neighbors, and I'll let your neighbors force you out the neighborhood. And everywhere you go, we're gonna hound you. We are going to hound you. And I'll make you the same promise that I've made a few other ones. I'll be here the day you pack your shit to leave. So if I was you, I'd go to the board and ask the board, can you guys buy me out right now? If I was you, I would try to see if I could resign right now. Because I am going to drag your ass. Now, Guillory ain't do nothing wrong. Guillory ain't do nothing wrong. You said her CCMR numbers are low. Career, college, and readiness numbers are low. I asked your SSO today, April Williams, acting principal of Jackie A. Senior High School, when do CCMR numbers come out? She said they come out in May. So you're not using this year's number. You're using last year's numbers? Well, if her numbers were so bad, then why y'all let her come back to start the year? I couldn't get an answer to that. When I asked about the additional funding, because Yates has been struggling on the STAR, and they can't seem to pass it as much as they need to, and they missed it by a couple of points. Let's get that straight, nigga. I couldn't get an answer on that. But you got people that are RISE campuses that pass the STAR, and they're getting that funding that Yates and Cashmere should be getting. See, one thing about me, I ain't the type to start drama. I'm the type to finish. You wanted this smoke when you decided to terminate our principal before the end of the school day while you were sitting on our bleachers watching a basketball game in the HISD tournament. You flexed your muscles. This is my school district. Nigga, we finna send you right back to North Carolina. And by the time I get through with you, you gonna be back cutting motherfucking hair, boy. You dirty. You in bed with TEA. It's been proven. When are the trustees going to step up and ask for his resignation? When are the trustees going to get together and say enough is enough for this clown? And buy him out. If you keep that Negro around here for another year to fulfill his contract, you're going to bankrupt the Houston Independent School District. I told y'all from day one, he was a plant. I told y'all what the people in Carolina told me, that he turned his back on the black community. I told y'all what they told me. And you know what, Miller? You can't be mad at me because I don't even go to your fucking meetings no more. But I also told you when you first got here, don't you never come down to 3650 Alabama with your bullshit. And you must have thought I was a bitch. And you came down and you flexed your muscles. Well, guess what? I'm finna flex mine. And I'm gonna flex them in a manner that's gonna shock your ass. The urban is coming to the next school board meeting. Some of them you won't even be able to identify, but they'll be in that building. I recommend you give your resignation and take all these sorry fuckers that you brought here with you away from our school district. We were doing bad, but goddamn it, we weren't doing this bad. I told you people you would regret the day that you got rid of Grenita Lathan. It wasn't the time, and you took anything that applied for that job. And you never noticed, House, that you wasn't even the top applicant. You were a sucker from day one, and they needed a sucker to run the schemes. Who was running the schemes? Who orchestrated the schemes? Ann Sung and Holly Villasecca. I know what y'all did, and I know what you're trying to do. But if you think you're going to come for Yates, if you think, oh yeah, by the way, I don't think you got an attorney in the building as good as the one that Tiffany Guillory got. You ain't got nobody in that building that can beat him because he whoops your ass every time he goes up against you. This is a plot. You have undermined the integrity of the Houston Independent School District. And to treat our special needs kids like they are garbage, and you would serve them up the TEA. Enough is enough. Say, nigga, you know Lucifer? You about to meet him. I can promise you that. You about to meet him. So in case y'all just tuning in, Guillory didn't steal no money. Guillory ain't put her hands on no special ed babies. That ain't even in her character. But y'all out here trying to do character assassination. Assassinate the character of your fuck ass child. I said what I said. And I stand 10 toes down on what I said. Assassinate the character of your fuck ass wife. Because this somebody's goddamn mama that you're doing this to, Negro. But see, you're beholden to the money. It's all about the dollar bill, y'all. But I tell you what, all money ain't good money. And you're going to regret the day that you ever came to Houston, Texas, country boy. Because we getting ready to send your ass up out of here. Oh, and by the way, you got 48 hours to get your ass down to Yates and address those kids. And if you don't, I'm going to serve, since you want to serve up special ed kids, I'm going to serve up all 6 of your goddamn schools that cheated on the STAR test, and you knew it, you dirty son of a bitch. I said what I said, and I ain't taking it back at all. Millard House either needs to be bought out of his contract, or Millard House needs to resign. Effective. And I ain't even finna play when I say it, immediately. Stay too long. You know, you come here on vacation, fuck around and leave on probation. Don't play with me, dude. And don't never in your life come for Jack A. Senior High School. Bitch ass nigga.